Right, with the latest Manchester United news, Tom, we'll be talking about Kobbie Mainoo leaving for as little as £45 million. We've got some news on midfield, and LAMMENS deal being off as well. Now, I've gone through the article and I've kind of picked out the key things from the article. And yeah, I'll be going through it now, so stay tuned. And yeah, let's get into it. So, it started off coming in from obviously Laurie Whitwell in The Athletic, who is very, very reliable. I'll go through all the news and then I'll kind of discuss it. So, okay, here. So, Kobbie Mainoo is open to leaving Manchester United before the deadline. We know that. Deep frustration at the situation and preference for European team. Club have considered sale or summer, albeit not actively looking to move. Mainoo open to leave. He is frustrated by his playing time. Manchester United could sell Mainoo for 45 million or less as the deadline is nearer. Chelsea quoted 70 million pound in January, surprised by lack of communication, and Manchester United thinking about selling all summer. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid have been monitoring Kobbie Mainoo. The loan might be in the best interest to them. Premier League clubs obviously also monitoring the situation. Mainoo open to staying at United and wants to play regularly. Also moved if he guaranteed playing Champions League. Now, when Chelsea inquired about his availability during the January transfer window, Stamford Bridge officials were quoted a £70 million asking price. There's now belief United would accept £45 million. Kobbie Mainoo currently earns around £20,000 per week. He was hoping for a substantial raise, potentially up to 10 times that current salary, but the club were reluctant to agree even when he was playing regularly. Some figures close to Kobbie Mainoo have been surprised by lack of communication from Amorim. Rather than provide specific instruction, Ruben Amorim's general attitude about little playing time to tell his players they need to train hard and earn their spot. Manchester United are expecting offers for Kobbie Mainoo and growing interest from England and Europe. He's open to leaving but has not transmitted to the club yet. United are happy with him and are not actively looking to let him go. At this stage, United are not really looking for a permanent deal. Listen, on Kobbie Mainoo, it's weird because £45 million is ridiculous. I mean, we've seen players in different positions, but players who I think are worth less than Mainoo go for more. I mean, Madueke went for what, 60 million almost. João Pedro went for 60. Like, Kobbie Mainoo is an £80 million minimum player for me. And listen, he's one of those players who I think in unison every United fan can agree we cannot sell him at any given costs. Yes, if you get an offer of 100 mil, then you probably look at considering it, but no one's going to offer that. He's a ridiculously talented player, and the fact that he's open to leaving is understandable from a selfish perspective. As we've said, it's a it's a World Cup year, and again, he wants to play for England. There's a lot of competition there, and him getting not guaranteed minutes and like a few minutes here and there are not going to be good for his chances. Now, again, with Mainoo, apparently he doesn't want to leave United, and there's not really much intention of doing that, of him leaving. And he's not asked to leave, so again, there's a bit contradicting reports. But all I can say on Mainoo is he has to stay at United. I mean, he's unreal, the amount of talent that he has. He's a top quality player, and yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential. It would be a major red flag if he let Ineos go. And listen, yes, he wants 10 times the wage, which I do think personally is ridiculous, giving a player 200 grand a week. He's only 20 years old, is pretty ridiculous. In terms of the wage structure as well, I don't agree with that either. But selling Kobbie for 45 million is absolutely ridiculous. I just don't see any reason why you would even consider that sort of money for a player who is that amount of talent and that amount of quality. And yes, listen, he hasn't played and it's only 2 games. But again, it's not like I've seen people say it's only 2 games, like he started quite a few under Ruben Amorim. But in the 2 games, we've needed Kobbie Mainoo and he just hasn't brought him on. I mean, the fact you're bringing on defenders over him, Ugarte, Casemiro, when they've had not the greatest games, it doesn't make any sense. And maybe there could be something going on behind the scenes during training that we're not seeing, but it just doesn't make any sense why you would not bring on Kobbie Mainoo in the game. It's just very weird and peculiar, if I'm being honest. So yeah, let's see what happens there. But that's the update on Kobbie Mainoo. 45 million price is absolutely ridiculous, if we're being honest. Like, there's no way he should be going for that sort of price. Like, it doesn't make any sense why United would sell him. And yeah, listen, could this be like a new ploy by United? I mean, he's signing a new deal and then you act like a new midfield signing. I don't know. But the next thing, goalkeeper situation. Now, LAMMENS, let's talk about him. Manchester United remain in talks with Antwerp for LAMMENS worth 17.3 mil. However, United will not get involved in a bidding war amid reports that Galatasaray made a higher offer. It's thought LAMMENS wants to come to Old Trafford, but United are looking at other keepers. There's still a chance there may not be an arrival in the keeper department this window. So that came in from Sky Sports. Certainly very interesting. I mean, I think this LAMMENS deal will happen. Again, he wants to join Manchester United. Personal terms are not a problem. United are negotiating with Antwerp at the moment to kind of conclude the deal. What I would say is, I think United will again, I mean, there is a possibility we don't get him, as there always is with the player, but the fact that United have showed a lot of interest in him does kind of made me believe the fact that we will go out and get him. But let's see what happens there. Let me know what you think on that. Now, the last thing, Laurie Whitwell has said some interesting things on Belabor, coming out from Stretford Paddock. I wouldn't say he's dead. They got to the point of wanting him to come. I would never write anything off, especially under this regime. I wouldn't say it's likely, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it's dead. Especially under this regime. I mean, I like that. The Ineos regime's pretty good. At times, anyway. I think with the goalkeeper stuff, with the Belabor stuff, I just don't think it will happen this late in the window. Maybe January, maybe next summer. But what was very interesting about talking about the midfield is Manchester United are looking for an alternative for MAINOO. And are happy with Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte, and are looking for someone, if they do sell MAINOO, to kind of replace him. Now that is very, very weird. I don't see why you, like, at all costs you cannot sell MAINOO. Like, I literally don't get why you would even consider it. But it doesn't make any sense why we would do that, and we shouldn't sell him at any cost. But let's see what does happen on the kind of MAINOO stuff. It really is an interesting story, and interesting saga to see how it will end. I think ultimately he will stay at Manchester United this summer, but again, from a selfish perspective, which again players kind of need to be at times when you want to play for England, and which is something that he wants to do, you have to respect his ambition if he does want to leave. Now again, I think he will get more minutes for United this summer, and this season. I think it will be a sort of key season for him. But you have to remember, he's 20 years old. Maybe it's the agent kind of saying he wants to get more money, maybe. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let me know your thoughts on that situation. Would you want MAINOO to stay or go? For me, it's the obvious one. He has to stay. A player with that much talent could not leave United, especially for 45 million. It's just ridiculous. But let me know your thoughts.